All right, it says I am live. We'll see how this goes. The internet was acting a little funny a little bit ago. Let me head on over to Grumble. Get Grumble moving. Let's see. Rumble, I'm mostly just using as a backup because if you're not an ultra big guy, growing on Rumble is nigh impossible. Unless you're a gamer, it seems. All right, Rumble is going. And YouTube is lagging on my other screen. There we go. I don't know what's going on with that. Interesting. Jay Watterson, what is up, man? Hey, thanks for the emails the other day. And I hope you're gonna hear an echo as I gotta make sure my sound is working. Okay, works. Yeah, I got my lights down and everything. I am super tired. So yes, I wanted to do a stream because I have been almost screaming at the walls when I've had time to lately. About everything going on. I mean, holy, come on. I'm going to warn anybody right now. If you're watching this live and I get booted, go over to Rumble. If you can go to Rumble, go to Rumble. If you're watching this later and suddenly this gets ended, go to Rumble. Lion's Den on Rumble also. Look me up. It's Lion's Den WS6 over there, but feel free to look me up. I don't know if I'll be able to skirt YouTube's censorship. It's censorship. Heavily, well enough on with this conversation. We are going to be talking about the Iryna Zarutska Abomination. And I think it's going to cause something the Democrats have been professing to want for decades, but I don't think this is going to come out the way they want. GTR, hey man. Talking to a friend of ours, an urban exploring friend. I was talking to not Urbexy, Pajerico tonight. We've even been emailing back and forth again. So I told him I was still talking to you, bud. Jay Watson, thank you for this. Sounds good. Okay. And I know I got the lights down, guys. I'm sorry. I was trying to do my treatments and watching PUBG in the back. Let me tell you, I know some of you Euro guys will make fun of some of us here in America for not having the same vehicles you do. But I'm sorry. I don't like German engineering. I think Volkswagens flippin' suck. I had to fix an oil leak on a vacuum pump on a 2013 Beetle today. What jackass designed it? You know what? I don't think we did enough to them in World War II. I think we should have done something a little more harsh. Maybe on the Nagasaki side. Because whoever designed that needs their nuts kicked. What a horrible job. And I underbid it. By far. But what a nightmare. Even pulling the pan off on those things. You got all these bolts you have to use impact on. And it's a huge aluminum pan that just deafens you and anybody within 5 miles pulling it on and off. How you doing, GTR? Hopefully, I know I was talking to Pajerico earlier on email, and he says, yeah, he agrees with you. Shit is kicking off. He's trying to stay out in his garden and quiet right now, but he says if shit gets real, he'll come out. He'll take his side up. But yeah, he's thing is, it's not going better a lot of other places. France is having problems. You got problems everywhere else. We had don't know if it was real, a drone scare in Poland. I mean, holy crap. And yes, I'm watching and listening while I'm working on stuff. Even going out to the family issues, I've been trying to listen and pay attention. But all right, guys, I am going to shrink me down here. Get me out of the way a little bit at least. And no, I have not abandoned my Trump roots. I'm just wearing one of my auto hats. Got my stuff right here. Hell, my other one's upstairs. My 2020 I wear everywhere. Oh, guys. I mean, hey, I'm going to start off asking you guys, what do you think about what's going on in this Iryna Zarutska? And we're not just going to talk about her. By the way, hey, everybody over there on Rumble, how you doing tonight and early morning? I am butt tired, so I'm sorry, guys. I'm not sure how much sense I'm going to make or how long I'm going to be on because I've been up just nigh of 20, well, about 18, 19 hours right now, and I was out in the garage all half the day after they going to the gym. So, whew. All right, but what do you guys think about the Iryna Zarutska thing? I don't think it's just Iryna Zarutska we have to worry about. This has been going on. And you got this one, Dr. Julie Gard Schnuelle. And I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say something to a lot of the lefty women out there. I'm not 100% sure she's a lefty, but as soon as you see a university professor, they're about 90+% lefty. Stop voting for this shit. You're voting for stuff that's getting you ended. But these two just recently are one of many. On my last stream here, we showed another one where another individual, this was a brown/trans individual who went up and did the pokey poke on somebody else. This crap is going on, and we got to stop it. But the Iryna Zarutska thing is a complete flipping nightmare, and no Democrat should be able to run from this. I heard, I think it was Greg Gutfeld said, Iryna Zarutska survived Vladimir Putin, but couldn't survive Democrats. That is in-flippin' that something like that has to happen. And I'm going to say something right now. I don't give a rat's ass if this guy was mental or not. Look what a piece of crap he is, and what a piece of crap this dude was. Going picking on little women. Little blonde women especially, it seems. Little blonde white girls. This girl is a twig. You go look at other images of her. She is a very tiny girl. She is all of maybe 5 foot. I don't know for sure. But she's not much over 5 foot. And I'm not a heavy dude, but I bet I've got 40 pounds on her. Easy. This guy is much bigger. And I am all about the judges. We need to remove qualified immunity. And I got a lot of friends that are cops. I got friends that are retired cops, friends that are current cops. I'm a fan of police officers. But I'm sorry officers. There's too many of you doing scurvy crap now too. Where you don't think twice about arresting people, judges and prosecutors, about throwing people back out, giving deals. The cops over-arrest at times. They will try to throw any charge at you to get an arrest. And I'm not saying that's all of them. We're seeing too much of this where we have one side, some police officers who are doing shit that can affect your whole life. Throwing you in jail for something super minor or trying to find extra charges to add on. And a lot of times, those small charges are what prosecutors and the judges seem to really focus on. You got some jacknut that is violent and nuts, nuts and violent, and they go, you're good. Out you go. There's got to start being consequences. The cop thing I'm walking away from. Judges and prosecutors, I'm done with this crap. There need to be consequences for judges and prosecutors that re-release violent people among us. The judge don't care. She's usually got security. Judges usually live in expensive neighborhoods with security systems, walls, gates, whatever. Guards. They don't care. They're throwing these people back out among us. And it's getting tiresome. And right now, I'm not talking about race. I'm talking about major violent criminals of all stripes. I don't care if it's flipping Papa Smurf. This crap needs to stop. And I know I've watching Tim Pool was arguing against, well, we can't do this because then police will never arrest anybody because they don't want to get in trouble. Or they'll let everybody go. And then they say the judges and the prosecutors, well, they will just refuse to do anything because they don't want to get in trouble, or they'll keep everybody in jail. You know what? We need to find a happy balance. 14 times is not a balance. 14 effing times. This criminal piece of shit committed violent crimes, was released back among us. I'm going to go with 3 strikes and you're out. What happened to 3 strikes and you're out, everybody? Wasn't that a thing for a while? 3 strikes and you're out? Oh, I'm sorry. He's got the brown card. The get out of jail free card. And I'm sorry, we're like I said, I'm gonna state facts as what it is. It is because the brown folks, we've had Democrats for decades lying to us about the race wars in this country. The racists are not the white people. I'm sorry. I know there's going to be some black people mad at me, and I'm not saying all of them, but the black people have the black community has a huge problem internally with racism. They are extremely racist, and I'm going to say it was amped up by the Democrat Party on purpose, one, to separate us, keep us arguing, keep us not watching what the frig they're doing. Secondly, is to make sure they keep their voter base. Black people, I'm sorry, you are on the plantation. Democrats are keeping you voting for them by scaring you, fear-mongering you, going, ooga booga booga, here comes Whitey. Y quince ocho, white devil, ooh. That's how they keep their power over you, keep their voter base. If black community abandons Democrats, they're, say it with me, fucked. And they know it. They have stirred race riots. How many deaths is the Democrat Party responsible for? Crap loads. This has been lied to forever. And I think I've told this story in this stream multiple times, so forgive me. I was watching an old episode of Law & Order when I worked back in an old shop in the day. Sergeant Pepper's Auto Shop in Davenport, Iowa. Rest in peace, Mike Peppers. I worked there, and me and another tech were sitting in the break room eating, and we used to watch Law & Order on lunch. And the Michael Moriarty episode was on from back in the day. If you know Law & Order, that's at least 25 years ago now. When they used to be good and state things, they had no bias, will go after top problems in society today. They did an episode, and it turned out with a racist twist to it. And in the bar afterwards, he's talking to this black counselor lady, and she's bitching about racism. He goes, and at the end, he said something very prophetic, something that's factual, and people were starting to turn their heads back then until the Democrats clamped down on this shit. Racist words, misogynist words, you name it. They started this woke shit not too long after this. But he said, I only see racism coming from one side anymore in America. It's your side. It's black people. And he was right. That show was right back when it was edgy. When it really tried to not take Democrat or Republican sides, when it just looked at a problem and stated it for what it was. Tried to bring awareness. Not like the newer ones that went wholly insane woke. It was stupid. It's why it didn't last long again. Woke, go broke. But this crap is stopped. I'm tired of it. And it's nice to see. Oh, you got Brian Stelter going, oh my God, they're saying racism. There's no proof. You got Van Jones. Oh, they're saying it's race. It was. The video says that this guy walks down and he's saying, I got that white girl. I don't care if he's mentally ill. Because what are we going to say? This guy's mentally ill too? Why is it every time a black person goes mentally ill or has a problem, they're always offing white people? Yes, you black people are offing each other at a high rate too. In fact, if you're black, you're more likely to get offed by another black person than you are any other race put together living in this country. You are more likely to get offed by another black person than Hispanics, Asians, and whites put together. White people are 426 times more likely, I believe, or is it 26? I might be overdoing that. I'm screwing this up a little bit. I'm tired. But it's an insane amount of difference that a white person has a much bigger chance of getting offed by a black person than the other way around. Which is even more horrible if you think about it, since white people are around 62% of the population, and black people are around 13%. Then there was another statistic come out today. They were talking about black women commit more crimes than white men. That is freaking insane. This goes, and it's finally nice to see that Fox News, a bunch of other news agencies, and even some people on the internet some fence sitters and other people who are a little more milquetoast actually calling out the stats. Here are the actual crime stats. And the word racist is not holding power anymore. People of conscience, white, black, blue, brown, I don't give a shit if you're fruit stripe. That word has lost power with anybody of good conscience anymore. They're done with it. I mean, come on, they use the word against black people who called out the black community. You're racist, you're an Uncle Tom. It's lost its power. People are starting to look at this shit, and more people are going, hey, wait a minute, what the fuck? This is stupid. You are lying to us. Or this is like they did a whole Biden administration. Don't believe your own lying eyes. They've been doing it for decades on this. Don't believe your own lying eyes that, hey, black people are committing most of the crimes. No. It doesn't count if it's not white people doing it. This is not the crime you are looking for. This is not the race you are looking for. Don't trust the statistics. Okay. And that's funny because since a lot of Democrats are involved in a lot of these cities, the fact the crime stats are as high as they are on black people, you got to wonder how much they've been fudging it. They've already been caught fudging in a lot of other places. So it could be even higher. I think race, the word, calling somebody it has lost the power. I've seen people call somebody that, and a white person go, okay. They're done with it. They're done. Fox News was showing statistics. Other people are starting to run showing the actual crime stats. How violent of a problem the black community has. And the bad thing is, like I said, Democrats and even our government have amped it up. Telling black people, you better be afraid, Whitey's coming to get you. Yeah. And also, hey, I'm sorry, there's a lot of black people that do not want to take responsibility for their own shit. Want to idolize the ghetto gangsta culture. You got multimillionaire football, basketball players, and movie stars going back and gangbanging when they could live and do well and maybe donate money and help get kids out of doing that shit. No, they go back and gangbang. There's a problem in the black culture in this country, and it needs to be fixed. Why do you think there's so many, per capita, more black people are becoming police officers and law enforcement officials than white, Asian, and Hispanic? Why? Because they see the crime in their neighborhoods and they want it over. This is stupid that we're being lied to. And this girl, because these Democrat effing people want to keep, just pat them on the butt and put them back out. And they do it for all races, but even worse for black folks. Can't put them in jail because of racism back in the day. Screw you. Nobody alive today was ever a slave. Nobody alive today ever owned one. And if you want to talk about slavery, it's time we talk about real slavery, which was done by black people long before white people ever existed. Slavery was in the cuneiform scribblings of Babylonia. It was in Middle East and Africa long before white devil showed up there. Who do you think invented the slave trades? Who still has slavery today? It's time for all the bullshit narratives to end. That's all there is to it. Sorry, guys, I'm not trying to ignore you. Like I said, I'm tired. I'm just rolling. Texan, what's up, man? Yeah, Texan, dude, don't. Oh, that's the problem. We've scared society so much. I mean, come on, look what happened to Daniel Penny. I think I had something up here with Daniel Penny. I mean, that right there is terrifying to me. This girl is tiny. Yeah, these people just sat there. And the bad thing is, okay, I know I'm going to catch some hell for this, guys. I already know I'm going to catch hell. There is something wrong. The black people and everybody else out there, even white people and everybody else likes to say, talk about police having the blue wall. Police will never go after their own for doing something wrong. Hey, you know what? Black people won't either. And I'm sorry, I'm going to include a lot of good black people in there, not ghetto people. They will look at the worst of their community and not do a fucking thing. They will let it happen. They will turn their head. And they'll do it because internally they're going, well, you know, I can't turn in one of the brothers or the sisters. That brothers and sisters shit needs to stop. And I'm saying that to all black people. I don't care whether you're a gangsta. I don't care whether you're a multi-millionaire making CEO. Stop this brothers and sisters shit. White people don't do that. Why? Because we know that, hey, this white guy over here could be my buddy, and this white guy over here could be an asshole. But no, black people gotta stick together, my brothers and my sisters. And then they'll sit there and let this shit happen. Yeah, and there were white people in there too who did jack shit too. Why? Because they're scared shitless to end up like Daniel Penny. I mean, jeez Louise. I don't think it was this thread. But I had a couple pulled up where they showed, it compared it to Daniel Penny. What happened to him? Let me see here if I can. Was it this one? Yeah, right here. This is the difference. A white man restrains a black man acting erratic and aggressive who also had multiple arrests, felony arrests, violent arrests, and he was back out, going after people. A black man, a national outrage, on lefty side only. Even the people in the train said Daniel Penny, and they were multiracial, said he saved their lives. They thanked him. And by the way, this is where I have a deep F you to the police officers in New York. Fuck you for arresting that man. Until police officers will stand up against the people making our laws and illegal laws. You take an oath as a police officer to the Constitution of the United States and to protect and serve your citizenry. The day you arrest somebody illegally, you have broken that and you should never be a police officer again. I know it's tough, but I gotta feed my kids. That's fine. That's exactly what the people said in certain parts of Germany, said in other, Stalin, gotta feed my family. Can't say no. Yeah, then do not put the badge on. Do not. When I can look at some of my average citizens on the streets and they would give up keeping their kids, their family fed because they gotta do what's right, you know what? Don't you put the badge on. The day you arrest somebody illegally, when you look at a man who did this and every witness there told them cops he saved their asses, this man was erratic, he was threatening to kill everybody, and they still arrested him. That's enough. That is frickin' enough. Police of good conscience, you need to stand up and say no. And not just one of you. If you really want to do it and actually protect and serve us and follow the Constitution and your oath, stand up as a group. If half the NYPD stood up today and said, screw you, we're not doing illegal shit. If half the police in Illinois said, screw you, you're not following your illegal gun laws, they couldn't do it. It'd be done. These illegal laws would be done. We'd be more free. But it says a lot that the police won't stand up. People on trains won't stand up because of this. Because they know what happened to Daniel Penny. This man almost went to jail for the rest of his life. He had threats on his life. They look at that and go, shit. I'm not trying to be an arrogant ass. I probably would have done something. And I know Tim Pool went off about, well, when he's got a knife, and it's not like in the movie where some dude is trained, stops and fuck a guy with a knife. I'm going to say bullshit, Tim. I'm not saying that's something you should try. I've seen personally at a Quickie Mart a dude with a knife go up against a dude who was trained. Dude who was trained took out the dude with a knife. I'm not saying it's what you should do, but I'm just saying, Jesus. You can't just stand there and let somebody be offed. You got people on a train in Boston sat there on a train while a woman was brutally essayed, if you know what that means, multiple times and horridly right in front of them on the train and stood there. Let it happen. That is insanity. You run up while the guy's in it, you drop kick him in the face. This guy with a knife, there's got to be something you can grab and beat this dude. Even if you got to run into the next car, start yelling for the transit cops that are supposed to be on there. Do that. They just all stood there. Sat there. So yeah, Texan, I'm with you. They sat there. Ignored it. Didn't do shit for 2+ minutes. Some people finally did, but by that time it was way too late. I mean, this is insane. And people, oh my God, they're just saying it because she's white. You know what? Fine. Yes, we're saying it because she's white. You know why? Because she got offed in an insanely brutal way for no effing reason except her skin color. And this one's 100% able to be proven. Oh, Chauvin was a racist. Show me where he did anything racist. He had never been purported to be a racist. This man, in his own words, I got that white girl. He was a racist. Where are the riots? Yes, it is about race. To anybody that wants to go after me for it, it's race, 100%. If this is reversed, if this was a skinny little black girl that a big white dude poked in the neck and ended her life for no effing reason, and got up, walked on that train, and said, I got that little black girl. I got that little black girl. Imagine where we'd be right now. We would be neck deep in riots. We would be neck deep in things burning. We would be neck deep in threats. We'd be neck deep in oh shit. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't give a rat's ass which side of this you're on. Tell me I'm wrong. We have history to prove it. Anytime anybody breathes on a black person, and I'm talking about criminal one even, super criminal one even, oh my God, we have to idolize them, riot, and tear shit up, and go attack white people. But when an actual racist crimes happen, and it's against white people the overwhelming majority of the time. That was another stat I heard. Racist attacks in America are mostly from black people, and they're on white people and Asian people. And funny how that 13%, once again, is out racially attacking 62% of the population. I'm not even including the other races in there. It's stupid. We've been lied to, and people are talking about it. It's tiresome. I know I'm ranting, but this is stupid. So yes, anybody tells you, my God, you're just saying because it's a little white girl. You go, yes. That's exactly why I'm saying it. You notice how we're not burning shit down? You notice how we're not ripping shit up? You notice how we're not going and attacking black neighborhoods over this? Keep that in mind. And by the way, keep it in mind, you effing jackasses. Because whether I'm not purporting we should do violence, I'm just saying, I'm warning because I don't want violence. Black people, get your shit under control. No more brown wall, as we're going to call it for the rest of the night. The brown wall. You need to get the lowest common denominator of your community under control. Because this screaming about white people being racist, as white people are getting slaughtered, we're done. We're done with it. And I hate to tell you this, by sheer numbers, 62% to 13%, that is not something you want to get into. You do not want to do, you're doing the FA right now. The FO could come. And the FO will not be something you're going to win. We don't want this. Why do you think white people are put up with it so long? We do not want this. But the word racist is losing its power. That's why the white girl who used the N-word, the dreaded N-word, that every black person under the sun utters, 1,000 times a year for his buddies, for people he hates, for his kids, for his daughters, for his wife, for his father, whatever. They utter it all the time. They utter it for white people. Why do you think that woman got money? People are tired of this. Yes, I'm pissed. And yes, I'm going to say it again for everybody who wants to clip me. This racist pig. Yes, it's about race. Yes, we're upset because it's a white girl. We're upset because this white girl isn't getting the news coverage that you guys want to give to everybody else. Now this one, GTR, is for you, bud. Yeah, white women shouldn't have to live like this. Yeah, in the UK, you got little girls having to carry knives and hatchets to protect themselves. Boy, that narrative over there, what a piece of shit narrative that is. One of the girls was hurt before that dude started filming. They attacked one of the girls. That's why she was defending. One of the girls in the hospital, the concussion. And now we got this. And then we got this. And then we got the one I played on my last. We're not going a week with some type of hate crime from black people. How much longer are we going to let this shit happen? I like this one. Democrats are the danger to America. The fucking whacked cult. Yes. Remember this face before you vote for Democrats again. Yes, in your big cities. Remember this. This could be you, ladies. This could be your daughters, your mothers, your wives, your cousins, your nieces. Gotta start trying to be safe, everybody. This is craziness. Sorry. Checking in on Grumble real quick. Calming myself a little. Oh, just insane. Yeah, not one person at train lifted a hand. Society is sick. Society is sick, Texan. You're right. Society is also afraid. But once again, because we've been beaten to... It's a saying, YouTube. We've had it beaten into our skulls. It's a euphemism about, oh my God, if you do anything, you're racist. The racist word has carried so much weight. White people have felt a guilt for something that most of them never participated in, even back then, that insane amounts of them died to end, including my family. Proudly, I get to say, my family is in high school textbooks, college textbooks, in history books for this country, fighting to end it. I owe nobody of that skin color. And 90+% of all white people owe nothing. Never owed nothing. None, zero owe anything now. F that. Nobody owes anybody for something happened back then. That's stupid. But yeah, we are in a sick and scared society. That's what they've done. Democrats love fear. They keep you afraid. Then they can get more power going, well, to keep you safe, we got to get rid of your guns. We got to take this freedom of speech from you. Oh, we can't watch those icky words. Remember, what's one of the biggest things I harp at on here? I know Jay Watterson knows this one for sure. What's the biggest thing I harp on? We used to teach sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Now, leftards, what do they teach in school? I've heard teachers say this. Words hurt. Words hurt. Words are like violence. So if you say something somebody disagrees with, they feel justified to commit violence. That's it. We've raised scared, weak society. STP, scientifically tested petroleum. Yeah, dude, I love this hat. This is a retro old one, too. I got it at a yard sale. This guy had it there for I think I got it for $1. And I love this retro old hat. It is an actual oldie, too. It's really cool. Stan Lee said it best in Spider-Man comics. With great power comes great responsibility. Yes. Yes, 100%. And I'm going to say something to the black community. You want equality. You want things to go well for you. You want to get your piece of the pie. Like Jay Watson saying right there. Sorry, not throwing you under the bus, buddy. With great power comes great responsibility. If you want to be equal, you want to get where everybody else is, stop playing the victim games and have responsibility. Until and as a monolith, the black community stands up and stops making excuses for all their failures. And yes, there's a lot of them. The gangsta culture, the nasty rap, the N-word. Either it's okay for everybody to utter the horrible ninja word, or nobody gets to utter the ninja word. Black people, dude, you think black people are held down? I'm sorry, black folks. You think you're held down? Lefties, you think black people are held down? There are words black people can say in public to themselves, each other, and everybody else that white people, Asian people, and Hispanic people cannot mutter. That shows an equality issue, all right, but not against them. No. Back in the day when white people had things they could say or do that black people couldn't, yep, inequality on the side of white people. Now it's on the side of black people, 100%. There's a guy local in my community. He got almost 20 bites at the apple committing violent crimes, and they kept letting him out. The last time they gave him a church group service thing to help him. What did he do? He ended 2 women's lives. That was local in the Quad Cities. It's been about 5-6 years ago, but that judge took some hell for that. It was like his 19th time doing something violent. I'm going to give you this community church thing. They will counsel you and help you, and you'll suddenly be better. 2 women are dead. This has been going on for decades. Crime numbers are unreliable. That's true. But Jay Watterson, the thing is, the crime numbers are unreliable, but if they're as bad as they are now, considering lefties in these cities have probably been cooking the books for a long time. There's no way that they've been pushing this false bullcrap on us. You don't think Washington, D.C., where the police got caught, the upper levels, not the walking officers out there, got caught fixing the books? You think that's the first time? You don't think Chicago, New York, L.A., and other left-hard cities been trying to do this? The fact is they probably have, and if the numbers are still this bad, how bad do you really think they are? You're right, the numbers are unreliable. They're worse than this. They are worse than what we are seeing. 100% worse. Let me see if I can find this here. I think I still had it from, yeah. Yeah. Interracial violent crime incidents 2018. Yes, there is a couple newer stats, but it's still almost all the same. There's multiple ones you can find out there on this. Black on white, 547,000 in 2018. Huh. White on black, 60,000. Huh. And it's only gotten worse since then. Hasn't gotten better. So yes, those stats are unreliable, the new stats, because they're lying more. And if they've been lying about this for decades, how bad is it really? This 550,000 number here, black on white crime, is probably more likely around 800,000. And that's a supposition. But there's no way that the left has been pushing this shit on us, this bullcrap lie, and not been fudging the numbers. They've only been caught off and on lately. So yeah, it ain't good. Black on Hispanic. Weird. 112,000. Hispanic on black. 44,000. Weird. White on Hispanic. Well, Whitey got a little problem there. But then Hispanic on white. 365. It's starting to seem like and I don't care whether you like it or not, white people started this country. It seems like in our own country, white people are the targets. The crime stats show we aren't the ones doing the most of the tonally, the tonally oriented crimes. We sure are on the receiving end of a flip load of them, though. Even though the narrative is, whoa, white devil, whoa. You gotta watch out for the whitey. I think it was Steven Crowder I was watching. I can't be sure. I think he was saying something about this and talking about if you are a white woman in America today, and if you see a certain skin tonage group of people coming down the street, or even one guy, if he's in a suit, briefcase, whatever, you don't give a rat's ass. If he's dressed all gangsta, hat, pants hanging off, hat sideways, and he's talking all ghetto, got the gold teeth, yeah, you're going to profile. You should walk the fuck to the other side. If you were on a subway, you should sit nowhere near them. If it's only, I'm not, once again, don't quote me, I've been doing a lot of busy shit. Hell, you can even put this on me then. I don't care, because I don't want to put this on Crowder without knowing. I'm 100% sure that's exactly what he said. If you are a single white girl in America, and you go to get on a subway or a bus, and it's only black people, you may want to just say fuck it. You may want to say screw it. I know that sounds horrible. Or how about this? If you look in there and they're all ghetto looking, don't you dare get on that. Profiling is a real thing, or the FBI wouldn't do it. Major anti-crime organizations, FBI, CIA, NSA, most major police forces have profilers. It's funny how it's okay for the police and law enforcement and FBI and our government, but you and I aren't supposed to profile. I'm at the gym lifting weights. I don't give a rat's ass what a guy's color is. Usually because they're in there busting their ass, doing good for themselves, and you can hear them talk. They're not doing the ghetto speech. I don't care if you're white, black, pink, blue. I don't care if you're a snork. For some of you may not know that one. If you're a snork, though, it's like Martin Luther King Jr. say, the content of your character. And you can hear it a lot of times with people. You can see it in their dress. You can hear it, see how they act. You got to profile for safety anymore. I mean, they're profiling, obviously, to do this. They're profiling. Hey, looky, I'm angry, I'm pissed. I'm going to go take me out of Whitey. So, yeah. I see you guys on Rumble. Thank you for stopping in this early morning. And I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just fired up and tired. I mean, it's not even very warm down here. I'm kind of sweating. Let's see. Don't forget about this. What is that? Let's see here. What is that? What is that? Well, it's not showing me the... Oh, okay. What is that? It's not showing me the header. Something's wrong with that. Wow, here, change. Oh, boy, I'll have to look that up, but I'm just trying to get through this. Jay Waterston, I'll look it up. I got it on my other... It says unappropriate, so I better not show it in the stream without going through it. It's about Joe Lozio and how the NPD stood by and watched him fight for his life on the subway. Yeah. And then you got idiot Jasmine Crockett going, the police aren't there to stop crime. They're there to solve them. You're a dummy. It's called law enforcement. And when do you enforce a law? While shit's going wrong, lady. She's a tard. YT sucks. How you doing, Jimmy? Thankfully, the judge doesn't have a law degree. Oh, man. Is that true? Is that judge that let the guy out? That guy out doesn't have a law degree. But don't you guys remember we heard the 3 strikes law? Where'd that go? I mean, is that just for certain skin tones? Just asking. I mean, come on. Lefties made such a huge deal about all the Asians being attacked until people started posting videos and showing crime stats of who was attacking them. Just saying. You notice how this didn't have the Asian? Where's the Asian? Because we already know for a fact that blacks are the ones who are attacking all the Asians out west, too. Strange, huh? Left that one out. Let me see here. I thought I had... Oh, here we go. Here, I'll let me get my headphones on. And I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm sorry. I'm just... Like I said, I'm tired and just trying to get through some of this. As you can tell, I am fired to flip up. I'm halfway about to pass out, tired, and the other part of me just wants to chew nails. It's nice to see... I believe this is Will Kane. It's nice to see... They're actually mainstream. 5-10 years ago, nobody would have called this out like this. They would have not thrown statistics back as, oh my God, you're so racist, for facts. Democrats hate facts. The story is about race. Look at the black on white crimes. 385,000. I told you it went up in 2023. White on black. Under 118K. See the numerical difference? Now, once again, as you said, Jay Waterson, yes, those numbers are probably unreliable. But I'll bet they're higher. We know lefties and lefty cities and all these bleeding heart peoples are going, oh my God, and they're telling them to change it. So, well, that stabby, pokey thing, we're going to call that grand theft of blood. Yeah, just stealing a little blood. So it's a theft. It's not a pokey, stabby, violent thing. Just a theft. Stole some blood. Yeah, blood theft. That's what they're doing. So it was 385K in 2023. I guesstimate, or what we call in the auto industry, a swag, a super wild ass guess. I'm going to say it was closer to 500 to 600K. Yep. And if they say, and once again, swag diagnostics, any auto mechanic knows he's heard that, swag diagnostics. If they say the white on black is under 118K, I'm bet it's actually closer to 100K or less. Yep. There's crime stats we played on one of my streams about 3 months ago where we showed they were changing the race. You know, the picture showed a black guy, but it was written down as white. All right. Let's listen to Will Kane here a little bit. See if my headphones are going to power up. Is that? Oh, that's not cranked up. That's as loud as I can get it for you guys.
Now, why would that be? Why would one story demand 100 articles and another story 0 articles? And it's because the media is more interested in the all capitals story, the narrative, than the facts or the truth. Take a look at the difference.
Sorry, let me back that up.
Now, why would that be? Why would one story demand 100 articles and another story 0 articas?
Yeah, the media,
because the media is...
The leftist media, mainstream media, was not talking about that Iryna Zarutska or this poor lady. Julie Schnuelle, I'm not sure I'm going to say her name. Julie Schnuelle, I'm going to say. They weren't talking about these purposely. And every time this happens, hell, the one we played on my last stream, the one who did the pokey pokey, the brown trans who did the pokey pokey, they weren't talking about that either. They're avoiding it. Now they've been forced to talk about it. Now they're just like, oh, it's racist. You know what? Fine, let's agree. Let's just say, fine, it is racist. It's racist that you guys won't talk about the white people getting pokey-pokeyed. You won't talk about the real racism. You are the racist, CNN, MSNBC. You, Brian Stelter, you are the racist. You are racist. Yep, you're right. It is about race, and it's racist. You won't talk about this. Hell, brain fart in the morning. Wikipedia. People tried to vote to take out the story of this lady. That is nuts. Fine, then we get to vote to take down all the other bull crap. You know? Let's get rid of St. George. No, now they're just coming out going, oh, it's so racist. You're right. Where are the white people tearing shit up? There's no proof. The guy walked up the thing saying, I got that white girl.
Is more interested in the all capitals story, the narrative, than the facts or the truth. Take a look at the difference here. I want to show you the actual truth. When it comes to crime, the story is about race. Race. Take a look at the black on white crimes, 385,000 in 2023.
Which I'm still going to say is 500,000. I'm saying 500,000. They fudged these numbers and lied.
The white on black crimes, just under 118,000. You see the comparative.
My diagnostics, 100,000 or less.
Numerical difference. But now, here's what the media actually does. They did what our camera operator just began to do a moment ago. I'm going to step out of the way. I'm going to show you literally what the media does with the camera. They zoom in on this number. This number, devoid of context. Now, why would that be?
It's bad. It's bad. This number's bad. But it's not as bad as this. Now, what Will Kane here, I know if there's a longer version. This is something I saved days ago trying to get on here. But it's this one, unknown on white. We get nailed. We get nailed. Unknown on black. Psh. Dude, I'm telling you right now. You want to talk, oh God, these black people think they're being hunted and the white people are after them. Sorry, the numbers show shit. If you're white, keep your head on a swivel. Keep your head on a swivel. Dude, and I know this is Kobayashi Maru, the no-win scenario, but I have black friends and Hispanic friends who say, yeah, shit, you're white, you should be nervous. I have a black friend I've known for 15 years, and he admits that he is less afraid walking around the streets of this country than I should be. That is scary. Scary. He is scared shitless for his white wife and his one child who looks very white. He is scared for them where they live. And they live in Chicago. I'm not giving away much there. He is scared shitless for them. Stupid. So, yeah. Like I said, I was trying to get on for days here, guys, but... Her story won't make headlines. There won't be protests in her name, but her life mattered 100%. Yeah, here's the one. This is bad. I mean, look at this. Arrest, 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 arrest. All these things, and he was released every time. Each of his little mug shots from all his violent crimes. But we gotta release him. AP News Search, George Floyd, 74,221 results. This is from September 7th, so yes, it's been a few days now, guys, and now they've had to talk about it. But as of September 7th, the same search for Iryna Zarutska, none. George Floyd thing was out there within hours in thousands of articles and news stories. Iryna Zarutska, they avoided it till they had to. Now they say, we're all racist. All right, Jimmy. Thankfully, judges have a lot of agree. Texan, I appreciate what you're saying, but if you haven't recognized a threat yet, then you know what, Texan, I agree to a way, but the problem is, once again, people have been cowed. This is decades of this. It doesn't start with just you and me, bud. This starts off with children. These people are teaching children in their formative years. Look around you. If you're white, you are guilty of oppression just for being born white. They make kids stand in different parts of some classrooms because they're brown or white. Now look around. Now, little Timmy over here, the little white Timmy has a lot more power and rights than poor little, I don't know, Raphael, the brown kid over here. They teach them this shit. They teach them to apologize for their whiteness. This is something beaten into kids. Saying, YouTube. Saying. So yeah, I agree that some people, but we've also raised a generation of weak-willed men. Even a lot of people on the center or right are pretty weak. I never thought of myself as a manly man. I mean, I don't watch much sports. I think, ready to get pissed off at me? I think NASCAR is fucking stupid. And I hate Harley Davidsons. When people, okay, yeah, I don't mind the bikes. I've owned bikes. But I don't like Harley Davidson people when they go, the loud pipes save lives. It stops them from pulling out in front of me. No, it doesn't, you moron, and you know it. Sound doesn't travel that way. Who hears it? Any of us sitting next to you in the damn streets or behind you going deaf in our cars with our windows up, and we can't hear shit. Going by people's houses at 3 a.m. in first gear, rattling stuff in our houses. That's not how sound works. But I digress. I never thought of myself as a manly man, even though I'm a mechanic and like my cars and stuff. But compared to these weak-willed weenies now, yeah, there's a lot of these soy betas out there. And they're not all lefties. And you can blame them, but it's the way they've been raised and taught. We got these, you got too many single mother households where they're raised like girls. You've got too many schools teaching these kids, how dare you, come on. How long have we been beat to saying, YouTube, had it beat into us that how dare you, toxic masculinity. Masculinity's toxic. Guys are afraid to ask girls out. Now girls are starting to bitch. Oh my God, I'm looking great. Look at me, I'm amazing. Am I here jogging and looking good? Am I tight outfit? Why is nobody asking me out? Because they're scared shitless because you go, ee! You go nuts. It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. They point and scream, ee! You whistle at a girl these days. Oh my God. Hey, let me tell you ladies something. I'm going to tell you something right now. You know what? Then you don't want to be noticed, stop wearing the shit you're wearing. You want to pick some toxic masculinity? You start asking the men out. You start paying for shit. You caused this. Hey, guess what? Men noticing your looks, because we're the hunters, men noticing your looks, your bodies, how you walk, how you smell, is what's kept society going for millions of years. What, millions of years probably? Hundreds of thousands of years? And now you just messed with nature. So now, oh my God. Well, fine. You reap what you sow. Enjoy. But we got weak men now. And men are scared to go Daniel Penny and almost lose everything for stepping in. I mean, shit. I live in Illinois. I am scared shitless because across the river in Iowa, if you have to defend yourself with a firearm, yeah, there may be some legal stuff. But you know that most of the time in Iowa, they're not going to go out and try to purposely persecute you, take away all your money, get you jailed, whatever, decimate your life for defending yourself or your family's lives. But hey, in Illinois, you have to defend somebody with a firearm? There's a good chance you're fucked. Yeah. That's insane. So we can look at the weak-willed, but we can understand it. Don't like it. We need new laws. And I think Trump and a lot of things going on in the world right now is men standing back up. I've seen men look at some of these lefty women and go, fuck off. And it's about time. I've seen some guys that I know have never grown a pair, finally seeing maybe one ball drop and going, whatever. Starting to go back to church. Starting to pay attention to Trump. Starting to see the bullshit. Starting to call out how women have been treating them. So, yeah. Yeah. Some crazy people are hilarious to watch until they get too close. I don't want them close to me. And Jay Watterson's right. Always trust your gut. Yeah. And I'm really doubly doing that for women. My wife, I will not let my wife take a trip with her mom or anything without me, without her CCL. Not a chance. Especially if she's going near a big city. You are taking that with you. I mean, I would never advise anybody to carry something illegally somewhere. All I'm going to say is a friend of mine has a saying that I love. Better judged by 12 than carried by 6. As horrible as that is in our society today. But yes, especially ladies, trust your gut. Hell with trust your gut. How about just err on the side of caution? Because a lot of women don't seem to have a gut. That's men's thing. Men have the gut. It's that hunting instinct. Women are the community people. Oh, I see everybody. I will try to kumbaya. When the men are going, F that. Come on. Every guy who's been married or in a long-term relationship with a woman has known you've had to grab her once in a while and nope, we're not going there. Oh, nope, that's not happening. Nope, shut your mouth. Because they don't. There's a difference between the genders. All right. I think 5 or 6 states have just elected random as judges. Oh, that's insane. I'm over here as scientific wild-ass guess. Well, no. Scientific means it's not a guess. Super wild-ass guess. Because if you're taking a guess, there's nothing scientific about it. A lot of times, it's off your gut. Trust our gut. Yeah. Hey, Celtic, how's it doing? Kobayashi Maru. Just do like Kirk and cheat. Hey, Jay Watterson, in today's society, you have to. You can't follow all their lefty rules. According to lefties, if you don't, oh my God, you're racist if you say you have black friends, or you're racist if you don't say you have black friends. See? No win. So if we just ignore them and go, yep, I got black friends. But according to them, we are cheating. Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat. Besse Ventura. Hell, I'll tell you what. I don't want to hear any of this bullshit about honor. If you are in some type of fight and your life or your wife's life or your kid's life is on the line, chivalry goes away. I will bite somebody's if I have to. And then when they're off, I'm walking away. Go away, Windows. When they're done, I'm walking away. I will get some mouthwash or some Pride later. When it comes down to things that could get you hurt or ended, chivalry's gone. Check out the compact Berna launch. I know about the Bernas. 50 state legal. Problem is, I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust it. I've seen testing on those from some online people, and I'm sorry, it's not going to stop a lot of people. It really isn't. It just isn't. I mean, if you have zero other choice, fine, get the Byrna. But if you have a choice, get the lead slinger. Lead slinger's pretty good track record. Byrna, nah, I'm not trusting. I would not trust my wife's life to one. I'm sorry, Byrna. I've seen people review these, and it's not. There's a lot of guys it's not going to stop. There's some women it ain't going to stop. All right, so yeah, this is, as you can see, this has been working. By the way, this bitch is still in office. Admitted she's an illegal. Admitted her parents are illegal. She lied on documentation to vote. Lied on documentation to get a government job. Lied on tax sheets. Still in the Minnesota State House. Hey, Tom Homan, where the fudge are you? Oh, this stuff. Pure insanity. I don't know what else we can say about this. I mean, Jesus, that there is sad. Yeesh. And once again, I don't want to forget this poor lady here. And unfortunately, I'm going to say, unfortunately, she probably voted for the very same lax laws. Most university professors do. But yeah, don't forget this poor lady too. And there's been 2 or 3 others just in the last week or two that didn't get as big a, big a story on them. So, yike. Stuff keeps happening. And I defy any of you lefties. Start posting all the ones where the white people are going after and doing this to the brown people. Come on. Let's go. Because even with your jacked up stats, it's not even close. Ouch. That is rough. Yeah. Whoo! I don't know about that. This guy here, he might be a little freaky anyway, but ooh, that's a good one. I didn't see this one. Every Democrat in America, I support Ukraine. I support Ukraine. I support Ukraine. But not these Ukraine. Ouch! Damn. Well, that's because in the victimhood Olympics, she's still white. And violent, crazy, doesn't matter. If you're brown, you trump her. Ha, no pun intended. Texan? Oh. Thing is, I just say, but for the grace of God, go my wife and family and nieces and everything else. And you know what's worse than not helping someone who's literally bleeding out and dying? Is standing there recording it. Yeah, I know, once again, I don't want to throw Tim Pool under the bus as much, but I do watch a lot of his stuff, and I'm going to go more the Steven Crowder's crew side on this. Pool and a lot of his people do not like capital punishment. I'm sorry. When it's something this brutal, 14 times, and he does this, and it's on camera, clear as effing bell, there is no hint of a boo-boo here, guys. He did this. He's had 14 plus bites at the apple before this. You will never make this person worthy to be in society. That is, we're going to have to hit Control Alt Delete. That's all there is to it. That is Control Alt Delete right there. That's wrong. Yo, I'm going to get off that. YouTube. Showing a little bit from a distance is one thing. Black woman who I don't know if she has primary education responsible for releasing murderer 14 times. We need to get rid. I know Tim and some other people are saying, if you get rid of their immunity, they'll never do anything because they don't want to get in trouble. Now, or how about we make certain, how about we put back mandatory sentences for certain things? Example, if you go and kick a puppy, it's an automatic 6 months in jail. There's none of these prosecutors going, well, we are going to drop the charges and we're going to say 2 days community service. And the judge goes, yes, 2 days community service. No. Mandatory times. We need mandatory stuff back for certain crimes. That's all there is to it. That's it. We need mandatory stuff back. Mandatory sentences must be back. I don't know if you guys ever seen this dude. This guy is hilarious. I've been following him, and man, is he amazing. Usually he deals with a lot more funny stuff. But let's take a listen. As long as he doesn't have music on here. So give me a sec. I got to reset these. My headphones are not triggering. Ever since Windows didn't update, and it's not triggering my headphones.
I'm tired of people saying, it's the bystander effect. Oh, it's the shock. You know, people aren't just going to jump up. Oh, they're afraid to be Daniel Pennied. You got me all the way fucked up. If I see a woman, especially a young woman, being attacked, I'm doing something. I'm not going to be this jackass just recording, or these completely useless individuals, especially the man. The woman sitting down, okay, maybe he acted on emotion. But the man stood up. He stood up and did absolutely fucking nothing. You, Mr. Light Bright, shitty human being. What that man attacked her with was not big enough to scare you. While he was frantically looking around for an exit.
Now I'll stop right there. Maybe it was. But men throughout history have risked their very lives to save women and kids. Men played instruments on the Titanic knowing they were about to die just to get another woman or child in a lifeboat. Men stood by sinking ships, went to battles, would step in front of cars to get a woman out of the way, would do whatever it took. They would go hand to hand with a man with a Bowie knife or a shotgun to protect women and children, even if they were just strangers. Now, men won't stand up against a little bitty knife. Yeah, you may not win, but that's what men do. We've raised wimpy men.
Y'all had plenty of time. So if you're in my comment section, oh, well, you can't, excuses. You're full of shit, because I guarantee if that was your daughter,
you'd be pissed.
Yeah. I'll keep forgetting that was somebody's daughter. That was somebody's child. You wouldn't help?
If you've never seen him, normally he handles things with race much lighter. But this is something, he's epic. I follow him on Facebook. And I watch shitloads of his videos and share them. And he's really good. So go to The Wolf and follow him. Makes tons of good videos. And he makes sense. And I love he's got a couple of these hats, which I really like. So yeah, they got on their knees for convicted criminal George Floyd. They screamed from the rooftops about it, the injustice of, once again, a lowest common denominator piece of shit. But hey, he's black, so we had to have billions of dollars in damage, and many people had to lose their lives, and many other assaulted and everything else over that dude. Where are these people with the full fire in their bellies out there doing it for this girl? Nope. So yeah, when Brian Stelter and Van Jones was going, it's racist. You're right. Where are the very same people that threw a fit about a piece of shit like George Floyd? Where are these very same people throwing the same fit about her? Asking. And I'm sorry, I will say it. Her death was much, much worse than what George Floyd went through. At least that piece of shit was half drugged out. She was fully aware, probably, that she was losing her life near the end there. F me. F me. Where are these same people with a full fire in their bellies to put forth the same effort for her? They're not, because they are racists. So yes, Van Jones, yes, Brian Stelter, it is a racial thing, and you are the racist. Everybody on your side who rioted for Floyd, not doing it for her, is racist. A totally innocent girl escaping a war zone, working here in America at a pizzeria, contributing even, here legally. But hey, you don't have the same fire in your belly for her as you would this criminal, George Floyd, a lifelong criminal. So yeah. Yeah, right here. Oof. This is the one that Wolf is talking about. How come none of these people helped the poor girl after she was stabbed? Killer walked away. They could have run to help her. They didn't. And I'll say it once again. Sorry. The brown wall. Brown wall. Everybody knew what Jesse Smollett said was bullshit. Yet black people en masse supported him. Everybody knew he was lying his ass off. The brown wall. Everybody knew the NASCAR pull rope thing was bullshit, but they still supported him. Brown wall. Time to start, like I said earlier, we do not want to have a race war. Black people, you really got to start correcting. I'm not saying all of you, but you've got to start weeding out the rot in your community because we're tired of it. And the math, I know lefties aren't good at math, but 13% to 62%, you're not going to win this one, especially since you also attack the other races more. So the other races are going to look and go, you know what? I wonder which group we're going to back. It's going to be 13% against all the rest. You ain't made good inroads with the Asians. You ain't made good inroads with the Hispanics. You ain't made good inroads with the Smurfs or the Snorks either. Let me tell you what, Prince Adam and, Grayskull ain't going to back you either. You don't want to keep on this. You've been told that you're untouchable. You can say what you want, do what you want. It's ending. We do not want violence, but do not push it. Politicians and police still get away with committing crimes. Yes, that's why, and I hate to do this, that's why I want qualified immunity. It needs to either be ended or modified. Yes, we need to do something about qualified immunity for judges and police and our politicians. We need to start. I will say this. One of the good things I respect about Donald Trump is he's not perfect, but he's held at least tried to hold more politicians to task for their bullshit than anybody I know of. The problem is he can't get Congress to back him. He can only do so much. The Republicans, C-A-N-T-S, Republicans in Congress won't do the shit they should be doing. Schiff should be out of there. Schiff should be up on congressional hearings on charges. Not doing a damn thing. The Republicans won't help to do stuff. They block because uniparty. So I agree. Hey, Christina Macy, how's it going? How you doing? How you doing in a lovely morning over there? Hope you're staying safe over there with all the craziness. Sorry, Christina Macy, somebody else I know from the UK. So, yeah. Do I still go to abandoned places? Not as much. I rarely do much urban exploring anymore. If I see something, heck, Pajaric and I were talking, he does now. If he sees something, yeah, but he doesn't go out of his way to really go out doing a lot of research for urban exploring anymore. I don't, because the urban exploring community in America, one, has become super toxic. And they've done stupid shit now where a lot of fake urban explorers are breaking into places, tagging places, damaging stuff, stealing stuff, where it used to be where the police and landowners were friendly with you and wouldn't really do much if they knew what you were there for. Now there's a lot of prosecutions. So, just saying. So no, I don't urban explore that much anymore. If I run into something that really interests me and it's that, yeah, I'll do it. I will. I will film that and preserve it. How you doing these days, Christina? You feeling better? I know for a while there you're having some rough times. Wolf Hat had a white version. Yes, he does. Yeah. Yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, I remember. Yep. There was somebody trying to go after him, yeah. But yeah, I follow him on Facebook all the time, but I love his videos. I share them with a couple of my Facebook groups. I have a local Quad Cities political Facebook group. And we talk about stuff. Scotland. Yep, you and Urbexy are in Scotland, and so is Pajerico. Yep. And GTR is more, I believe, what, UK proper, right, GTR? If you're still here, buddy. Oh, there he is. Huh? Yep, see, GTR, that's what Pajerico is saying. He's saying, yes, it's become more toxic there, too, and he actually does it less because of that. Where if he sees something he's really interested in, sure. But he hasn't gone out of his way anymore. It's too bad. I mean, I did that for over 30 years, and it's just not worth it anymore. Ain't about lunch here? Yeah, Jimmy, they're 6 hours ahead of us. So 6.5 hours, right? So yeah, it's 5 a.m. here. So it's about 11:30 there, I believe. 11 a.m. There we go. Got a couple of the trans community, but I'm pulling away from it. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I just try to do what you think is right for you, and you know, don't get caught up in craziness of either side. The non-trans or trans sides both have some craziness going on. So just navigate that the best you can. British by birth, English by the grace, grace of God. Yeah, and hopefully you guys can fly your flag over there freely again someday. Hopefully. All right, guys, but yeah, you've heard me rant now for a good while on this, and thank you to the people over on Grumble for being here this early. I appreciate it. Do me a favor, guys. I haven't said it at all. Please hit thumbs up for the stream. At least do that for me. I know I haven't been on as much. Like I said, I've been dealing with some pretty rough family stuff, aging people in the family stuff, and a bunch of other stuff going on, and it's kind of taking a lot of my time. I apologize, but I will try to do more, even if I have to do it from my cell phone, even if it's quick bits or something. So, but thank you for being here. I do hit the thumbs up, guys, and we're not quite done, but last hour and a half, 15 minutes, you guys have put up me ranting about the Iryna Zarutska thing, and this poor lady here, we should not forget her. Julie Gard Schnuelle, I'm guessing on that pronunciation, and all the others, because there's almost one of these a week. And once again, I'm going to defy any of you lefties to go out and start posting one a week where it's the other way around. When it's 62% of the population is us, and you can't post one of these a week when we can post one a week from 13%, there's a major problem. Major problem. And this isn't just in America. Where in America, we're having more problems with black people, even though there are some areas now protesting, even in America, about, I believe it was in Texas, about places selling pork. Because the Muslims don't like you selling pork. F off. I'll eat my pork chops. I'll eat my bacon. I'll tell you what, you ain't taking bacon away from Americans. I think that's where you cross a line. You go F with Americans' bacon, over. You're done. Muslims, you about to step in a mud hole there. But over in the UK, you guys have more of the Muslim variety that is causing your problems. That's where you had the little girls with the, see if I still got it here. Oh, come on. I don't know if I still have it. Or I went too far the other way. It was on this thread. Sorry, guys. I am tired. I thought it was right here somewhere. Maybe not. Might have been the other thread. Okay. But yeah. Over there, you guys got, so 14-year-old girls have to carry knives. That's insanity. Now, here's one guy who did do something We're gonna stop after this, but well, we're gonna move on to one thing that's kind of funny. I like to try not to just end it with us just going, fuck, damn. This hero risked it all to save Iryna Zarutska's life on a train. Let's find him and honor his courage. I don't know if he really risked it all. There was still a delay, but yeah, this guy, from everything I've seen, is the only one who really jumped in and tried at least to save her. Got blood on her, had his hands on trying to stop the bleeding. So whoever this guy is, and once again, it's not all people of a certain tone, because look at him. It's not all, but the black community's got a problem. At least this man had a pair. This is a man of good conscience who jumped in to try. So, that is over here at Arshu. If you'd like to look that up and give this man a like for this post, please do. Now, that'd be a good one. That's a good one. Send him to Ukraine. Yes, front line. Front line. No weapon, front line. Yep. Yep. What does that say? What are they trying to say? Oh, that's nice. She had a Black Lives Matter thing, so she was probably lefty. And it got her ended. Not cool. That's happened before, though. There's been a lot of these Black Lives Matter women who've been attacked and had problems afterwards. It's like, geez. Well, you wanted the lax crime laws. All right, let me catch up here real quick. Then we're going to move on to Greta Thunberg. Greta. Little Greta. Lord Farquaad there. A lot of people compare to Prince Adam from He-Man. Please don't do that. That hurts me. Muslims are a major problem in the UK, although per the libtards, they blindly deny it. Yeah. Well, you have the same problem with your liberals. Yeah. Your libtards are denying and cause the same problems. And it's happening in France. It's happening in other countries. You know, Poland's the one over there that's told the European Union to go F themselves. And where you guys have supposedly left the European Union, you still seem to be following, your leaders are following way too much of the European Union BS. You need to do what Poland has done and say, F it. F you. We're not doing this. No pork and no beer. Wow, Jimmy. I don't know if they're taking a winning stand here. You're going to try to tell Americans no more bacon and no more beer. I'm not sure that's going to get real far. And if it does, we're done as a country anyway. Black Lives Matter. I don't know. How about BLML? They matter less today if this shit keeps up. But yeah, we're going to move on to Miss Lord Farquaad here. I don't know if you guys know. They reported the other day that, oh my God, our boat got hit by a drone. And they blamed right away Israeli drone. Now, just a little help here. They were off the coast of Tunisia. There we go. See if it'll come up. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. There's Israel over here. Here's Tunisia. They were just off the coast of Tunisia. And the first thing that happened when this happened on their boat, they said, it was an Israeli drone. That's like 1,000 miles away across water. I doubt they're sending a drone to take out you, Greta. You, Greta. Now, let me see if I can find the other, let's see. Here we go. Oops, sorry, I messed up there. There. Yeah. Right there. This is what they said did it. Now, if you look at that, what does that look like to you? That sure does look like any type of drone ordinance. And I said this last night when this was all happening and people weren't sure first. I'm like, dude, if a drone, especially a military drone, launches ordnance at your little boat, You don't have a little fire we got to put out. Oh my God, we have a fire. Your boat goes away. I was posting Marvin the Martian on a bunch of leftards X accounts last night when I was doing my meds. I was like, where's the earth-shattering kaboom? There was supposed to be a kaboom. And I was posting that everywhere. And then they was like, oh my God, the Israelis, they need to face. I'm like, dude, if a military drone launches on your boat goes away. These are things that made to damage warships. If it can damage a warship, your little craft goes poof, goodbye. You're not going, oh my God, put out the fire. Ignorant. This was a firework or a flare, clear as a bell. Then it came out later. These idiots did it to themselves. Yeah. Certainly doesn't look like any drone strike. Huh. So they launched something from a drone, like a rocket or a missile. They're just like, well, they carried a Molotov. They carried a Molotov cocktail on a drone 1,000 miles? Shut up. I'm trying to blame Israel. Ah, where's the dude? Where's the dude? I was trying to find the one where the dude just flips out and he's screaming. And he's doing everything but put the fire out. It is hilarious. Member of the Global Sumid Flotilla filmed his vessel moments after struck by a drone. Except it looks like he was doing it before. And he's doing something down here. And then poof, his face lights up. Watch this, dude. Watch this. Watch this. See, watch the dude right up here at the top. He's doing something, then watch his face. Whoop. He did something. They were effing with something.
We just got hit. The vessel is on fire. Our vessel is on fire. We've been hit by what appears to be a drone. We've been hit by what appears to be a...
So, okay. Your boat got hit by a drone or something and you're on fire. Let's just take it. So what do? Go away, Jaxie. Not going to claw right now. So what do? Instead of grabbing a fire extinguisher to put it out, you get your phone out, go, oh, okay, do I have a good connection? Okay, let's get on all my platforms. Let's fire up a stream. Let's tag. Let's go, ah, we're on fire. Help us. We got hit by an Israeli drone. Maybe fire extinguisher, put it out. And this guy just yells, this is such a
drone.
Nice screaming.
We're on the flotilla vessel off the coast of Tunis. It was a massive explosion. A massive.
Massive? I showed you the explosion. It was, ew. A massive explosion makes your boat go away. Not, oh, we have a fire.
Massive explosion. Just meters away. We've been hit.
Okay, now, this is a bad picture, but the only fire is right here. That's not a massive explosion. A massive explosion blows holes in things and makes things go poof. Blows things apart. That
by what appears to be a drone. The vessel is on. Captain! We've been hit!
Go. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. Get on. It's gonna be okay, okay?
All these people are retards. Oh, what a bunch of retards. Greta Thunberg's an idiot. Everybody around her is an idiot. You're all idiots. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Look at this guy. I have not seen this one. New footage emerged on the Israeli drone attack on Greta Thunberg's Gaza flotilla. Oh, really? Oh, no. Is this a joke or something? Ah, it's a hilarious joke. Playing Spin the Bottle. We were just sitting on our boat playing Spin the Bottle with little Greta. And 200 Israeli drones appeared from nowhere. Maybe 500, I don't know. Like, nice. It's like a Babylon Bee thing. That's hilarious. And they bombed us. We all died. All of us. I am dead. It was genocide. Oh my God, that is good humor. There were 9,000 of us aboard. All of us were doctors and journalists. Oh, that is hilarious. They killed Greta. Oh, I don't want to play it too much because I'm worried about that music, but let's go for it. What could go right? I just like how everybody's just calling it out. Last night, there were people taking it seriously. I was right away going, bullshit. Bullshit. Come on. This is such a load of crap. Sound of a drone can clearly be heard followed by an explosion. You know what? A military drone you don't hear. They're high enough when they launch their ordnance. It's not like a DJI Spark. You know, or even one of the bigger ones that like the news people use. That's not what you're not gonna hear it. It's up 1,000 feet or more, a couple thousand feet. All you have is something landing on you going boom. And what you're hearing in the background, that noise, is their motor and the generator that was out front. The generator is what burned up. They did something stupid and lit their generator. A bunch of idiots. Sorry, guys. This is still fun.
The vessel's on fire.
Listen, this guy's hilarious.
By what appears to be a drone, and the vessel's on fire. There's a fire in the front deck.
He actually said hit by a missile. A missile. Come on. My chapstick dropped from a drone would do more damage.
Where's the fire extinguisher?
Oh, there, he finally got to it.
We have been hit. The vessel is on fire.
The vessel is on fire. Oh my God. We don't want no Israel. Let this motherfucker burn. The vessel is on fire.
We are off the coast of Tunis. It was a loud explosion. I was on the top deck. The police are arriving. Patty, it was a massive explosion.
Massive explosion. I took time to fire up my internet and get going to the live stream. That's not a massive explosion. Finding out they filmed themselves lighting fire to their own boat. Maybe she should stay in high school. Yeah, it was not an Israeli drone. Fake an Israeli drone attack on their Freedom Flotilla heading for Gaza. Claimed their boat was struck by a drone. However, Tunisian authorities confirmed there was zero drone activity in the area. Turns out someone on board set off a flare and blamed a drone. Another lie added to the long list of Palestinian propaganda. Yeah, because that is not a missile strike. That is surface level. The deck is not even burned through. That looks like a pile of life jackets. And that's it. And some boxes. That's it. That's your massive explosion. Hey, dude? Mm-hmm. Tunisian authorities said the explosion originated inside the vessel. I'd say on the deck. Because we saw the flare. So somebody was dicking with a flare and whoop, shit. And Tunisia's National Guard spokesperson, sorry, I saw the picture next to that there that I'm covering that you can't see yet. I will move me in a minute. National Guard spokesman told Mosaic FM radio that reports of drone attack on flotilla have no basis in truth. Yeah. Uh-huh. Right. All right, let me move me here. Hang on. This is that picture is something worth moving me around for. Look at that. Oh no, that almost makes her look better. It does. I'll catch up with you guys in a sec. I just think I was just so funny. I was laughing my ass off last night when they were all like, people are freaking out. I'm like, it's fake. It's gonna be fake. Then I saw Benny Johnson, everybody else today, calling out as fake. I'm like, yep. Everybody knew it was fake. Come on. Israel wasted a real drone to fly 1,000 miles to go take out Greta and her merry band of morons. Step 1, Greta Thunberg's flotilla releases a statement claiming they were hit by a drone. I think it was just some jackass They're out there, these morons. These are total retards. Out there dicking around with a flare. How do you set this? What is this? Pfft, oh, shit. Oh, little fire, shit. And then they're like, oh, a drone. Israel did it to us. Oh, my God. I'm telling you, it was that jackass we saw on the screen here. He's dicking around with something. And then, woof. It sure wasn't Israel. So, yeah. Every major news organization publishes a claim. Tunisia confirms there was no drone. Video emerged showing is clearly a flare dropping back down. Yes, that was last night, though. Oh, boy. These people are stupid. Oh, now this guy's claiming he saw the drone and the drone drop a bomb. There's a literal video of the crew misfiring a flare, and the Tunisian authorities said there were no drones. Yep. Obviously a bomb. A bomb would have gone through your deck, you dick. Yeah, a bomb. That's the shittiest bomb I've ever seen. Whoops. I haven't seen that here. You can hear the gun. You can hear the flare gun. Did you hear it? Listen really close. I got that as loud as I can go. You hear the flare gun. You hear the boom. Watch. You'll hear it. Right there. Fuck, yeah, drone my ass. They're plain old idiots. Yep, idiots. I'm going to pause it right there while I check you guys out. Oh, my God. I'm going to let that go. That is good humor. Let's see here. Funny how Greta, the poisonous little gremlin, is modeled her latest hairstyle. No, it's not He-Man. It's Lord Farquaad. Do not put Prince Adam in there. Hey, no. Got all of it in this shirt. My wife got me this. Love this. Yeah. They were hit by what appears to be stupidity. Yeah. Jax was clawing me. I don't want to say his name. Greta's just mad at her younger sister got her looks and talent. Oh, did she? I don't even know her family. I want to know as little about that moron as I have to. You run around screaming the sky is falling. Well, yeah. Reminds me of the guy cheering rockets flying to Israel. 4 videos later, you see running and crying with them coming back into Gaza. Hell, they had enough problems with their own rockets taking out their own places and trying to blame Israel. Remember? Has anybody heard what is going on over there? I heard that Israel is getting pretty frisky over there. We're done with this shit. They may really just flatten it. They need to live stream the Routh trial. Oh, which one's that? Is that the dude who tried to take out Trump? That's the second dude, right? The guy with the ties to Ukraine? I still have idiot crew. I mean, everybody's calling it out now. Hands up if you think Greta Thunberg is a retard. Yes. And the thing is, she's a useless full retard. Her parents did this to her. She's got problems, and her parents hammered this shit into her, once again, from childhood. What a jackass. What a jerkosaurus. Man. But yeah, this is just stupidity in general. Let's see what's going on at home. Oh, no.
I am.
All right, we're going to get ready to get out of here, guys. So do me a favor, hit thumbs up for the stream. And share the channel if you think anybody liked any of this craziness. And you can always reach me at lionsdenws6@gmail.com. Jay Watterson has done it in the past, so some other people. Thank you very much. You can always message me here on the YouTube channel or the Rumble channel over there, LionsDenWS6 on Rumble. I see a couple people over there on Rumble. Thank you for hopping in this morning. Lego have released a new Gaza edition, a pile of gray. Oh, fudge. Dude. GTR, did you make that one up? That is harsh. You need to make a picture of that. There's got to be a meme. New Lego Palestine or Gaza edition. I love it. I don't want to say Palestine. Palestine's a made-up thing. It's a region. It's not a town or not a country. But yeah, we're going to hop out of here in a second. I just want to do... Oh, God. No, we're not going to chat. Speaking of retards... man. 80% of the most violent crimes in our country are white supremacy. Show me. Show me. Show me, you tard nugget. Oh my God. Do you guys see that? That's no sound. Oh, there it is. Look at this. Some people may not know, but if you know, I'm not going to tell. If you don't know, I'm not going to tell you what's wrong with this. But if you know, wow. Wow. We're getting into a funny. We're going to do a couple funnies. We're going to hop out. I thought it was Israel making a Gaza edition Monopoly. It was empty lots. Ow! Oof. No, they're all... What's the cheapest one on there? What is it? Baltic Place? They're going to make it all Baltic Place. Ha! It's going to be all Baltics. Oh, no. Oh, no. We're going to do two more funnies and we're out of here. I just want to give you guys... Oh, I try to leave happy. There we go.
Okay, so I want to finally straighten something up. I'm sick and tired of Trump supporters calling me a Karen. You have no idea what that means. A Karen is privileged, entitled, microaggressive racism, anti-vax. Who does that sound like? The Trump administration? Trump followers? You're the Karens. Okay, so I want to finally straighten something up. I'm sick and...
Welcome to Projection at its best. Yeah, this is... I'm not trying to stay away from this. I'm going to get back into this, but this guy is a prick. This man was hurting. He barely... Dude, he barely said anything in this whole thing about her. Well, yeah, we don't want her off. Yeah, I felt bad for that. But then he spent almost all of his time defending the man or feeling for the guy who did the stabbings. That's where his whole focus was. Screw the little white girl who did nothing wrong, was contributing, hiding from a war zone, came here legally. Nope. He idolized the pokey poker because he's brown. He was hurting. Hurting. Well, then maybe he should have been kept in jail. He's hurting. How do you think she and her family feel? Yeah. Wow. You're not going to give a seat up to... Wow. Okay. Take your bag off it. All right. We're going to do one more real quick. This is true. Why is white always lowercase and black uppercase? It's not just New York Times. A lot of press does that. White is small. Black is capitalized. Equality. All right. This will be our last one. I have not listened to it. I don't know how good or bad it is. But I got to get out of here. I got to get some sleep. I'm up. I am getting close to being up for 24 hours right now. And that was after a long day. Today is going to be a light day for me. I got a couple errands to run and help my dad on some stuff. And I'm going to be a little more chill. But this is going to be our last one, guys. And let's see how good this is. Hopefully it's good enough. If not, I'll play one of the Trump cartoons to end.
You want to know how against Trump I am?
Oh, boy.
I got a fucking job, living in my car. Okay, no address, bitch. All right, found out that my fucking employer voted for Trump, and guess who quit? I did. And then, okay, had this fucking guy, like, all interested in me because I'm hot and young, okay, cool, and was like, I have this fucking room that you can stay in for a fucking cheaper rate, blah, 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 blah. Found out he was a fucking Trumpy, and guess who decided to stay in her fucking car? Me. Because that's how against I am of that orange fucking dictator.
Good. You're safer in the car. We like you there because we don't want you around any of the rest of us. Your terms are acceptable. Bless the lefties always provide hilarity for the saint of mind. Yeah. I mean, come on. They went after libs of TikTok. They hated her, tried to take her down, said she was hateful. All she did was post their own unedited shit. They don't even want their own shit known. They know how insane they sound. They know how insane they are. But yeah, we'll talk more coming up about, Trump is stepping up a lot more of his immigration deportation stuff, and I'm very happy to see it. I've been on some threads on Facebook about people in Chicago, and boy, I'm telling you, it's not going the way they want. People are coming back on them for it. So I don't think this is going to work out for them. I am happy to see Trump stepping this up. I've said it multiple times. My illegal alien neighborhoods in my area are a little leaner than they used to be. And they say that after Chicago, they're going to go to Rockford and Sterling and some other areas. I would love them to come to the Quad Cities. We got illegal alien neighborhoods here. And I will say right out, you want me to give you one? I'm going to catch some hell, probably locally for this. Go to a place in Moline called the Floreciente neighborhood. Yeah, it's a big sign that says Floreciente neighborhood. Yeah. All the billboards are in Spanish. Half the license plates are invalid for the vehicles are on. And seldom is heard an English word. Come on. Oh, okay. One last thing we're going to walk out. I saw something that made me laugh today. You ready for something to make me laugh? I saw an ad. I can't remember if it's on YouTube or where. I saw an ad where people are bitching because Univision, it's YouTube and or some of the cable companies are going to take down Univision and a couple other Spanish-speaking channels. They're not going to carry them. Like, yay! They're like, please call somebody or tell them you need your Univision and other stuff. I'm going, ha. How about speak English? You speak English. So I thought that was funny. Already seen some local lefties driving alone with masks on. Yeah, we have a couple, Jimmy. We have one or two at my gym that actually still wear masks in the gym. It's like, you go. Yeah. You go for it. Considering a lot of the lefties don't seem to want to do a lot of self-care, I'm not sure we want their breath anyway. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I've been up for a long time, and I am at 1 hour and 48 minutes, which is good. I want out of here. Jay Watterson, I will check out that link you gave me, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you for stopping in this early stream. I feel bad. I wanted to get in here, and as you can tell, I got a lot to talk about. I'm going to try to focus back more when I get time on to Trump's immigration deportation stuff, because it's still getting frisky out there. And we will talk more about the UK and other parts of the world, because if we had Kamala Harris as our president, we would be in almost as much trouble as UK and Canada, because that's where they were edging us. Not edging, shoving us at warp speed. So thank you very much, guys. GTR, Jay Watterson, anybody else, Jimmy. I'm sorry, guys. I am blitzed. I'm barely awake. And you see, I'm not even doing any caffeine, because I know when I hit the sheets, I gotta go. I gotta go out. But thank you very much. Hit thumbs up, share the channel, and I will try to do more here coming up, even if I have to do little bits from the phone. So I'll talk to you later. Have a good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're at. And I will talk to you hopefully within the next 24 hours. Have a good one. I'm trying not to do all these ladies, but that seems where I keep getting stuck is doing late nights. But have a good